Hello students, as we know that we have already covered solids in our previous video. So this video we will be finishing two other topics, that is liquids and gases. Beginning with the second state of matter, that is the liquid. Starting off, we all know what are liquids, right? We all know that the force of attraction between the particles of liquid are slightly loose. They are not as loose as gases and they are not as tight as solids, but they are in middle way. They are a little looser, right? So we all know what are liquids. Water, ink, juices, all these categories fall under liquids. Starting off with the first part, they do not have a fixed shape. In solids, they had a fixed shape, right? We took an example of a class desk. Here I will take an example of water. Water is the most easiest liquid, right? So obviously it does not have a fixed shape and it can take the shape of a container. You put it in a jar, it will take the shape of a jar. You put it in a bowl, it will take the shape of a bowl, right? You put it in a bucket, it will take the shape of a bucket. So as and when, wherever you put the liquid, it will take that particular shape. So this property is different from that of solid. Where solids had fixed shape, liquids, they do not have a fixed shape and they take the shape of the container in whichever they are put. Secondly, they have fixed volume at a given temperature. Now what do you mean by fixed volume and at a given temperature? Why are these two things used simultaneously? Look, water when kept at very low temperature in the refrigerator, it forms ice. That is how. And when kept in a lot of heat, for example, if we keep a water in the pan and light the flame of the gas, it evaporates. When you do not look at the water for a longer time, it will evaporate. It will not be seen in the vessel, right? So that is why it is mentioned at a given temperature. When you keep a glass of water in your room, it will remain as it is because the temperature there is constant. So it is having fixed volume. When you will fill half glass of water and keep it in the room, in the next day also it will remain that half glass of water only if you do not change that temperature of that room. So this is as simple that they have fixed volume at a given temperature. Third, they cannot be compressed as space between particles is very less. Now, though there is space between particles, but the space between those particles is lesser. As the space between them is less, it cannot be compressed. For compression, for one thing to bend into or to merge into other thing, there should be some space in that particle. समझ रहे हैं? जब हमने दो चीज़ों को मिक्स करना है, उन दोनों के बीच में कंप्रेशन का स्पेस होना बहुत ज़रूरी है. सो लिक्विड्स के पार्टिकल्स दे डू नॉट हैव दैट मच स्पेस बिटवीन देम, इसीलिए इट इज़ नॉट कंप्रेसिबल. You can understand this with the help of an example. You might have seen that when you fill a bucket full of water, right? So if the water level of bucket is 1 liter, when 1 liter of water is filled up, you cannot put another 100 ml also because that will pour out of the bucket, right? So that particular amount the bucket can hold, the water will also be of that much capacity only. You cannot exceed the water capacity if the bucket is of 1 liter only, right? So this is how it cannot be compressed. 1 liter of bucket will be able to hold 1 liter of water only, as water is not compressible. It has high density but lesser than solids. Now what happens is that solids, we have learned that they are heavy in weight and they had high density, but water, I told you last time also that you cannot hold a desk in your hand, but you can hold a water in your hand. So that is why it has higher density but not that high as solids. Also, they can flow easily and so called as fluid. Now, obviously water can flow, river, oceans, water is flowing, right? The connecting tributaries, connecting other rivers. So obviously this is the property of liquid that it can flow. Therefore we called as fluid. I missed one point, solids, as they cannot flow, they are rigid in nature. They do not flow, they do not move from one place to another until and unless you apply a force on it. But liquid, they have the characteristic of flowing from one end to another, and that is why they are called as fluids. Cannot fill the container completely as they are still held together. Now what is this? They cannot fill the container completely means If you have filled the bucket half, it will remain half only. It will not spread and fill the container full. That is what is compression. I told you that it will not compress. If you have filled half, it will not compress and go down the bucket. It will remain half only. And this is for the same for that they do not fill the container. If you have filled half the bucket, it will remain that much only. So this is how the properties of liquid. Moving on to the next part, the activity of liquid is to show that liquid have fixed space and fixed shape and volume. Now can we say that liquids have fixed volume but they have variable shape? This we have to learn. Now see, there are three types of beaker we have taken. One is square, one is this slight narrower at the bottom and broader in between. This is semicircular and this is complete circular in shape, right? So we have filled 100 ml of water in all the 4 containers. Now you see I have kept the volume constant. The volume of water is 100 ml. It has not changed. But if you see the level of water in all the 4 containers, it is different. It is middle in this, it is higher in this, it is okay in this, and it is very low in this. This is why, because in whatever container you will put the water, it will take the shape of the container. As it does not have its own shape, we have already studied in this slide that they do not have a fixed shape and they can take the shape of the container. This already has happened. They do not have their own shape, so in whatever type of vessel you have put, they will take the shape of that container only. So this shows that the liquid, they do not have fixed shape, but the volume of the liquid remains fixed. This is how we understand that liquids have fixed volume and variable shape. With this we sum up liquids. Because liquids do not have that much to study, there is a very important topic in liquid which I have mentioned here, diffusion. This I will take in the after the states of matter get finished, because it's a vast topic, but it is very important in liquids and gases, right? So I will be taking up it as a separate topic. So leaving here diffusion, this is a part of liquids only in your NCERT, but I will be taking it up as a separate topic to explain you well. Moving on to the next part, gases. Now, after solids and liquids, gases also have these properties. Solids have fixed shape and volume. Liquids, they do not have fixed shape, but they have fixed volume. Gases have no fixed shape, no fixed volume. इनके पास दोनों ही नहीं होती, ना shape ना volume. Wherever you put them, they get diffused there only without any membranes. अब क्योंकि इनकी volume fix नहीं है, you tell by yourself, will they be compressible? Yes, because अगर आप एक vessel में 100 ml डालोगे तो वो इधर उधर spread हो जाएगी very quickly. That means it can fill the container also, and that is what it can fill the container completely. It is compressible? Yes, obviously. We see our home cylinders. Our cylinder, metallic cylinder, how much volume it might have? It might have a volume of 1 or 2 liter, but how much gas is filled in it? We have a lot of gas filled in it just because its compressibility is very high. In a small volume also, you can adjust larger amount of gas in it, so it can be compressed easily. It has very low densities. Do you feel gases? No. In fact, we live in a gas, right? What does our atmosphere contain? It contains air. What is air? Air is gas. We live in gas. So it is so light in weight that we don't even feel about it. We don't even feel gas. So this shows that it has very, very low densities. And obviously, it can flow easily. It can flow from one end to another very easily, right? To understand these properties only, we will perform different type of experiments. So the first activity is to show that the gases have no fixed shape and volume. As we took the example in liquids, we have taken same here. We have taken 2 balloons, one round balloon, one oval balloon. Now you can see we filled air in both the balloons of different shapes, right? Obviously both of them are having different shape, but in both the cases we will see that it took a different shape. Yes, here it is round, here it is oval, and similarly, amount of air in both the balloons are different, that is, they do not have any fixed volume. Now you only take example, no, you take two type of balloon on a birthday party. One are those heart shaped balloons and one are simple balloons, and you give one to your friend, or you take both the balloons and try to fill it one by one. So one balloon you have filled, the other also you have filled. Do you realize that have you filled equal gases in them? No. In one you might have filled more, in one you might have filled less, and even the shape taken in both the balloons are different. So this shows that the gases do not have fixed shape and volume. It is very easy to understand, it has no rocket science in it, right? Coming on to the next activity, to show that gases can be compressed easily while solids and liquids cannot. This is a little complicated, you need to understand very attentively. See, the diagram which I have drawn here is of a syringe. Please don't mind my drawing, but it's just the concept which I want you to explain. So this is the knob of the syringe from where the gas would pass. Here I have added certain material. For example, I have filled some liquid in the syringe, okay? And here is this piston that pushes that liquid out. You all might have seen an injection. So you see how we push that piston to, first we pull it to fill the liquid, and then we push it to inject it into the person, right? Now on this piston we have applied some weight. Say for example, by our finger only we are applying the weight. We have taken 3 pistons. In one we have put the solid, that is salt. In one we have put liquid, that is water. And in third we have left it empty. Empty means what we have filled in it? We have filled air in it. So this material is different in all the 3 pistons. In first piston it is salt, second piston is water, third piston it is air. Now what will happen? On putting weight over the piston, it is able to go till the nozzle of syringe only in case of gases. This shows that they can be compressed easily. What does this mean? Now when there is salt in it, what do you think? Will you be able to push salt easily in one go? No. It might take 3-4 seconds, right, to put all the salts out, or even say for example it will take 10 seconds to push the solid, that is salt, out of the syringe, whereas liquid will go out in 5 seconds. But air, it will take no time, it will just be out in another full 1 second. So this shows that how easily gases can be compressed, but solids and liquids can not. You will be require a lot of force in the piston to allow the solid and liquid to get out of the syringe, while gases will come out immediately. So this shows that gases are highly compressible and solids or liquid are not. Now why in our gas cylinders at home filled, and why they are filled of gases? Why do you think? From previous activity it is clear that gases can be compressed easily into smaller volumes. I have given you this example only in the start, that whenever you fill gas in the cylinder, in 1 or 2 liter of cylinder also you fill a lot of gas, right? So LPG, that is a gas which is filled in large amounts in smaller cylinder. In small 1 liter cylinder also you can fill a lot of 4 to 5 liters of LPG very easily, right? Because they are compressible, they will form layer one over the another, get mixed into each other, and will occupy a lot of lesser space comparatively, and thus they are supplied to our homes easily. So which is our cooking gas? Cooking gas is LPG. The full form of LPG is liquefied petroleum gas. It is very simple, it is based upon that very property of compressibility only, that as gases are highly compressible, so even in the smaller container or smaller metallic box also we can load a lot of gas in it, right? So this is showing that why LPG cylinders are at home supplied easily, because it is convenient. And this is also an important question which can be asked in the examination. So here we finish off with liquids and gases, right? In the next topic I will be starting up with diffusion, and also I will be summing up first this solid, liquids and gases. With this, taking this as a base, we will jump to diffusion, and another 2 videos we'll take to cover up the concept of diffusion. Once diffusion is over, we'll have an again questionnaire round of states of matter and diffusion. If you have any questions, please, it's my request to come forward and ask me via the comments. Thank you very much.